What's up, everybody? Welcome to the video number 2. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also cut on your notifications for me so you'll know when I'm posting a video. But we're going to jump right into it. Like I had stated last week, I'm actually documenting my process of self-deliverance from a few different things. The first thing that I want to tackle first is actually fear. I've coined the phrase fear as your feelings engulfed around ruin. The reason why I've stated that phrase is that a lot of times the things that we are fearful of, they're not necessarily the boogeyman. They're not actually tangible objects that are stalking us and things of that nature. A lot of the times the things that we fear, those are the thoughts in our head. For me, one of the biggest things that I've had to learn to overcome, and that I'm still learning to overcome, is my actual fear of success. And I'm just going to use this as an example for today. Throughout my history, I'm a very creative person. I'm constantly thinking of how to improve everything, whether it be my job, whether it be my income, whether it be my play on PlayStation. I'm always trying to think of new innovative ways to make things better. And a lot of times when I'm going through that process, what I've seen in my history is that I could think of something so grand and so unique that could be so life-changing for so many individuals that it actually puts me in a place of fear. And a natural response to fear, there are 3 natural responses to fear. A lot of people have been taught that there are only 2, but recently studies have shown that there are actually 3 responses to fear. The first response is fight. If somebody comes, scares you, runs up on you, chances are you might actually fight your way out of that situation. The next response to fear is flight. Everybody heard of the fight or flight mentality. Something scares you, you might run the other direction. Now, recently they've actually found that there's actually a 3rd response to fear, and believe it or not, that response is freezing. You get stuck in place. And I'm quite sure that a lot of individuals, when they are thinking about their future, thinking about the person that they want to be, are actually going through a creative process of creating something that's so unique and so brilliant that it can be world changing. You might hit one of those. You might either run, you might either fight the idea, or you might just get stuck in place. Me, I'm the latter. A lot of times when I'm thinking about these great things, these great ideas that I should be doing, a lot of times I get stuck in place. So during the next 90 days, I'm going to make sure that I'm documenting that when I'm going about not only creating my different ideas, not only implementing these ideas, I'm also going to follow through and actually fight the urge to freeze. Okay? This is actually, for me, I think this is something that a lot of people need to see, because a lot of people might not even understand what it is. A lot of people might not even be able to recognize it. So there's 3 things that I think that you should be, when you're going through your processes of thinking about something great that you want to do. There's 3 things that I want you to stay away from. 1, when you're thinking about something that you want to do, something that a goal that you want to achieve, as soon as anything negative pops in your head that is a limitation or an obstacle, immediately, the second that it happens, because 9 times out of 10 it is going to happen, as soon as it happens, immediately replace that thought with something positive. So I'm saying, okay, hey, I want to document these 90 days of do-it-yourself deliverance and post them all on YouTube and all my different social medias. Right, when I was going through the process, one of the first things I was like, hey, you say a lot when you talk, so maybe you shouldn't do it. Maybe you should go take a public speaking class first. Then after you take the public speaking class, then go back and post the videos and make sure that you don't say every other word. That didn't work for me. I've taken public speaking classes. Is one of those fillers that people have when they're mind is trying to process the next thing to say. So I'm not going to let that stop me. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use this as a tool in order to help me recognize what I'm saying. Matter of fact, to any of my viewers out there, if any of you would be so kind to actually comment the number of times that I say in a video, let me know. And what I will do for that is to make sure that the next time I post a video, I cut that number in half until I fully alleviate it. Okay? So first thing, anytime anything negative comes to your mind, immediately replace it with something positive. Okay? Second thing, when you're going through your process and your creative process and you're thinking, okay, what if people aren't going to like it? Guess what? People are not going to like it. It's that simple. Everybody's not going to like what you do, you know. But I guarantee you that if you're creating something, there are people that are going to love it. There are people that are going to enjoy it. There might even be people who are going to be willing to pay for that creative thought. Okay, so make sure that you follow through. So when that voice jumps on your little shoulder, you remember the cartoons with like Tom and Jerry, where Tom would have the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other shoulder. We have to make this angel on this shoulder way bigger than the devil on this one. So when you think that, oh, you know what, people aren't gonna like what I'm producing. They're not gonna like what I have to say. They're not gonna like the music that I'm making. They might not like my beat. They might not like the clothes that I'm making. Listen, yeah, some people might not like it, but guess what? Somebody is going to love it. All right. So immediately make the angel bigger, and make sure that you know that someone is gonna appreciate what you're doing. Outside of family too, you know, outside of family and friends, it'll be somebody else, and you know, sometimes they're kind of obligated. Now, the third thing, when you are going through your creative process and you're thinking about, hey, all right, I don't really think that I can actually see it all the way through. It's too big for me. What that is right there, that's a challenge. That's actually a challenge. When you're going through a creative process and it seems like it's too broad and grand for you to accomplish by yourself, that's God letting you know that it's time for you to build your team, right? Jesus had a team. All right? So never think that if you have something that's grandiose and, you know, big, that's going to be life-changing, that's going to change, has the potential to change, you know, future generations, guess what? You're going to have a team. You can't do it by yourself. We're not designed out here to do things by ourselves. And that's one of the biggest things that I have to overcome myself, because I am, sometimes when you're creative, my creative space, I call myself a caveman. When I'm going through the process of being creative, trying to think of new things, or even when I'm just trying to figure out how to hunt and gather, how to fix things, how to make my life, how to I'm not gonna say survive, how to actually go through my day-to-day process, a lot of the times I retreat back into my cave. And my cave, until recently, because I just got married, not just got married, almost been a year. Hey Janelle, I love you. But I retreat back into my cave. And before I was married, I had a whole process of going into my cave and would stay in my cave until I would figure out a fix to a problem, or I would figure out a way to actually get out what I was thinking. Being married has showed me that you can't necessarily go through that process. For me right now, it's still kind of uncomfortable. My ideas are like kids, and you know, sometimes, and I hate to say it, a lot of my kids are like premature, so I put them all through this incubation period, and I don't want anybody to touch it. I don't want anybody to come near it because I'm trying to protect it. Get rid of that process if you're going through that. if you have an idea and it's grand and you know you can't do it by yourself, you have to you have to put yourself in a position to where you have to get people around you to help you. All right, so that's actually the 3 things that I am actually going to work on this week. So I'm also going to put those challenges to you as well this week. Throughout the week, when you look at this video, what I would like for you to do is comment below the moment that you have a negative thought when it comes to something that you're creating. All right, I want you to comment the negative thought, and then also comment the positive thought that you put with it to oversee it. All right, then I will also want you to comment when you are going through the process and you're making the angel bigger on your shoulder. All right, so we're going to substitute what could go wrong with the things that could go right. All right, so if you're thinking about a process and you're saying, okay, no, I can't do this because of this reason, make the angel bigger on your shoulder and say, okay, but if I do this can happen. All right, and comment that below. And then the third one, if you are going through a process and you're limiting yourself and you know you can't do it by yourself, comment below the people that you think you need to connect with in order to make your dream come true. All right, so I'm doing this for a reason. Because, like I stated in the last video, I am a life coach. Any of my viewers who are viewing this, we're going to go through my life coaching process as well. Because over the 90 days, yes, I want to become more successful, but in order for me to become more successful, my viewers have to become more successful, because that's how I'm going to judge myself on this. All right. Now with the deliverance part, I'm actually going to share a story with you guys later on this week. But the reason why I'm going through this do-it-yourself deliverance process is because God has given me a number. Okay. God has given me a number of individuals that I'm responsible to bring into the kingdom. All right, so we're actually going to go through that a little bit later on in the week, but I have to go through this process. I want to document this process in order to help individuals see that they can become successful and that they can enter the kingdom. And then we're going to start to talk about things such as like kingdom purpose and things of that nature. So once again, negative thought that you come up with, comment the negative thought that popped up in your mind, and also the positive thought that you immediately replaced it with. Also, we want to talk about how you made the angel bigger on your shoulder, how something that was limiting you, how you thought about something else that was much greater than that thing that limited you, and then also the people that you need to get around you in order to make your dream come true. All right, so that's the challenge for this week. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to look at this. Look forward to seeing you guys, and also any of you guys who want to volunteer to count the number of alms. Thank you. Let me know. I might actually have something special for someone who, matter of fact, I do have something special for the individual who states that they will painstakingly go through the process of counting how many alms I do in each video, and they're going to be my accountability partner to make sure that in the following video I do at least half of those until I don't say any in zero. We're looking for zeros. That's the only zero that we're looking for, except for like commas and checks. So yeah, I guess it's not the only zero we're looking for, but you know what I'm saying. Well, have a great week. I'll be checking in with you later. I appreciate you guys for taking out the time. Remember, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also check me out on IG at Coach Kel Inspires. That's CoachKelInspires, I think. You know, people who have like large vernaculars, they usually have the worst spelling. I think that's right though. If not, I'll post it below so you guys can know where to follow me at. I think it's right. Yeah. Alright. Also, you can also catch me on Facebook, Coach Kel. Real simple. I'm not the fitness lady. I'm not the white fitness lady. As you can see. But follow me on those social media platforms. Oh, Twitter too. Matter of fact, let's see what's. I'm actually gonna start using Twitter a little bit more. Actually gonna start using all social media a little bit more. I am somewhat of a hermit. Like I said, I'm a caveman. So, oh yeah, Twitter, Coach Kel Inspires as well. Also, in my next video that I post, I'm going to talk about my goals for this week. I'm also going to start sharing that with you guys. So I'm going to share that with you. It's going to be a real quick video. I'm going to share those with you on today's Monday. I'm going to do it on Tuesday. Yeah, I might actually make the video. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do it. It'll be ready for you guys Tuesday morning. How's that sound? Sounds good? All right. Well, y'all have a great rest of your day. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow morning. I appreciate you guys taking the time out. Subscribe. Notify. That's right.